Hello. So a lot of you guys have been asking on how did me and Cheryl meet. So today I'm gonna tell y'all how we met. Me and Cheryl have been going together since 2021.
2020.
We've been oh my gosh, no Cheryl. So yeah, we've been going together since 2021. We met in 2020.
Yes.
But so what happened was Cheryl used to work at this gas station. I used to go to this gas station all the time because, Cheryl made it very family oriented. Like, you were going there and she had a good vibe. She'd be like, hey, how you doing? How's your day? She would ask me certain things like that. So, I'm like, hey, at least she cares. So I was like, hey, let me go speak to, my favorite gas station. Like, I would go out my way just to go to the gas station. We had like three around my house and I could go to those. But she made it feel so comfortable there that I would like go there and see her.
And he was a really nice man, young man.
So I go to the store, and one particular day, I went in there, and she was crying. I was like, "Lady, what the hell are you crying for?" She was like, "I downloaded TikTok," and I was like, "So what they got to do with anything?" She was like, "And they're bullying me. I did a dance on there." And I was like, "Let me see the dance." I didn't have TikTok at the time, but I was like, "Let me see the dance." So
You're being mean.
I looked at the video, and she had 8,000 likes, and she was doing the WAP dance, and I was like, "Hey." Basically, forget them people. You did your shit. Like, keep going. Don't worry about none of that because at the end of the day, they just hating.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, cheer up because you did something right. Like, clearly, I was like, this your first video on any social media platform. I didn't have it at the time, but for you to get 8,000 likes, that's pretty amazing. So, I left. I came back 3 days later. And she was like, "Oh, thank you for cheering me up and uplifting me. I appreciate that. Will you do a video with me?" No, like I didn't want to because it was like I'm not dancing in public. That's something I don't do. Like dancing in public, that's just something you don't do. But I did it with her. In the middle of that video, I started dancing and laughing. Like it was so funny. And it's not you're not supposed to stop dancing in the middle of a dance. Like,
That's fine.
but I was laughing my ass off. I was. So I did that video with her, and that's how I ended up meeting her. How we fell in love, though, that's a different story. With me, no, like I didn't want to because it was like I'm not dancing in public. That's something I don't do. Like dancing in public, that's just something you don't do. But I did it with her. In the middle of that video, I started dancing and laughing. Like it was so funny. And it's not you're not supposed to stop dancing in the middle of a dance. Like,
That's fine.
but I was laughing my ass off. I was. So I did that video with her, and
Now drop it to the flow, drop it to the flow then. Now lean then. Turn around then. Turn around then. Now wiggle, 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 wiggle.
hello.
Hello.
So y'all wanted part two onto how we fell in love. She put it on me. It was amazing. I'll just play. That's not how it started. So, um, so me and Cheryl, so we started dancing together, and I started coming to the store more often. And Cheryl would come out, dance with me, see how I'm doing. We would start chilling more,
Yep.
and then one day, um, Cheryl Boss said they didn't want a black man. Y'all know what word in the store dancing with her. So, Cheryl stood up for herself, not only herself but me, and she put in her 2 weeks notice. And I didn't know Cheryl from Adam to Eve, but she quit her job over me. I thought that was pretty crazy, but for her to do that, that was pretty amazing. So that kind of built character in my book. But we still started interacting more. She started coming to the house. We started making more videos. Um,
We had a first date
yeah, I was
at
like,
Ridgeberry Park.
we went to our first date, which was at Ridgeberry Park, and it was pretty good and amazing. That's where we had our moment of vulnerability, where she told me her self esteem issues, the things she went through and stuff, and I told her about the things I went through and all type of abuse, and we both could relate. We trauma bonded basically.
Yes.
Like that was crazy, but we could relate in a lot of things. She was the black sheep of her family. I was in mine. We related in so many different ways, and that kind of mended our friendship. Like it made it. That's the anchor of it. And then we just kept dancing. And one day she read her comments and was like, "Hey, that man's looking at you funny." I forgot what she said, and she asked me. She was like,
Look at him. Look how he looks at you. So I started looking. I said, "Oh my God!" He was checking me out. Like okay.
and then
So
she asked me. She was like, "Do you have feelings for me?" And I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Oh no." She was like, "Friends? We friends. We shouldn't cross that line." I was like, I mean, we crossed that line, but you know, if you don't like it, we can always go back on. If you don't like it, it was amazing. We didn't go back, you know,
Here we are.
because hey, after the first time, you know, it was pretty good. You know, I ain't gonna lie, the first time that's not even what happened. We're in the bathroom, and you know, the scene from American Pie, the American Pie scene. That's exactly what happened in the bathroom, and Cheryl should have known from that moment that, you know, I was a virgin at the time. She didn't. So, you know, the next time, you know, I finally got in there. We scored, boy. Home run. It was amazing. It was awesome. And, you know, it was her up in the air, waterfalls. It was like whoosh. It was just so wet. Like, oh my gosh. It was amazing. But, you know, so talked about it, and I told her, I was like, hey, you knew I was a virgin, right? She was like, no, you didn't seem like a virgin. I mean, hey, I didn't seem like one, but hey, I was one. She didn't know, so, you know, that's where that came from, me losing my virginity. And then, you know, after that, I proposed July 30th of 2021, and we got married September 3rd of 2021. And that's how we fell in love.